I mean, that's a disaster. Tom Aspinall still can't see. He's got a fucked up right eyeball still.
It's really bad, right?
The reality is he might not ever fight again. Like, who knows? Like, if he has surgery on his eye and it doesn't go well and he can't see out of the eye, apparently he's still fucked up in his right eye. There's some tendon damage or something. And, eyes are so tricky. You never know. Unless you're a fucking complete psychopath like Michael Bisping, who fought 11 fights in the UFC blind in one eye, which is so crazy that he did that.
I did his
podcast,
shit,
right? That's your buddy. I did his podcast.
That's my buddy, man. But he's so stupid, man.
What did he say? I did not see this.
Bro, let me put this dude, Josh, man. Josh gonna go up on... See, here's the problem. You know what? So Josh always talks to me about moving to Texas. Oh, man, it's so nice in Texas. Problem with moving to Texas is... You start
talks about his Texas vision, yet clings to illusions, half-truths, and comforting lies. The future isn't promised. You walk into that cage carrying a shred of innocent hope and you've already lost. This isn't about a place. It's about facing the harsh truth. The UFC cares for nothing but raw aggression, and true discipline separates contenders from pretenders. When your focus drifts to media hype or empty promises outside the gym, your preparation falters. Step into those lights, confront an opponent who knows reality, and you'll pay the price. It's a brutal one.
It's just not true. Where did Josh Thompson hear that? Could you ever wonder why?
But, Daniel, did you see who ended up in the Epstein files?
Rogan, but that's not true.
Yes,
Rogan wasn't in. Rogan wasn't.
John Jones. John Jones.
You're a liar.
John Jones was his favorite fighter.
Bro, you're a liar, bro.
No bullshit. Go type it in.
Swear on everything.
Swear on everything. You know what? I'll try to send it to Luis right now because you can search them yourselves. Yeah, that's John Jones' favorite fighter.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's in the Epstein files.
Branding John Jones as dishonest, dragging his name into Epstein's files. This isn't idle chatter, it's mental warfare. A targeted strike against an athlete standing in the UFC? You think that won't interfere with his training? Dana White isn't just worried about PTD stress. He's consolidating his dominion. How does that affect a champion already carrying the weight of this sport?
I felt like, he talked about it and then it just kept on and kept on and kept on. And I felt like he should just kind of leave it alone and, for a minute. And yeah, it sucks. And here's the thing is he kind of accused Sorgan of cheating. And I'm actually curious to hear your opinion because of a specific opponent of yours. I feel like the ability to poke someone in the eye from space, that's kind of hard. And if you could be that accurate, why wouldn't you just punch them in their eye?
Yeah.
3SO. The issue isn't just a stray finger, it's the intent carried into the octagon. We're talking about a fighter, a professional whose digits turn into a calculated, sinister weapon. This is no random contact, not at this level. Of the UFC, where every blow carries title implications and can reshape a career. If you can land an eye poke intentionally, it isn't bad luck, it's a skill. One that undermines the integrity of the contest. The real psychological warfare begins when opponents anticipate it, when the mental pressure forces them to fight differently, destabilizing their entire game plan. The harsh reality is that these allegations spread fast, damaging the reputation. And standing of a fighter, it can have lasting consequences.
There's things that happen in the octagon and things are moving so fast, right? I was more inclined to believe that it was an accident. Tom Aspinall doesn't believe it. He thinks without a shadow of a doubt, Sorgan poked him in the eye on purpose. I don't believe it. But regardless of that, right? On purpose, on accident, he's still suffering long-term damage from this. How long does the UFC wait, though? Hey, Josh was wrong. I don't think that ask has been made yet. If the UFC wanted to, they could just make an interim title fight between someone else.
In the ruthless landscape of the UFC, a mishap is simply a harsh outcome you didn't predict. Do you think Tom Aspinall's conviction that it was intentional doesn't eat away at him? That mental injury is as real as the lasting harm to his eyesight. The UFC's operation and attitude don't slow for anyone. They care nothing for the origin of an incident. They only care if you deliver. The belt demands action. If you can't respond, they'll stage an interim match. Your reign is on borrowed time once uncertainty sets in.
Why can't we get these guys together? And that's one of the things the UFC has been so good at is putting the best athletes together in order to fight. And they didn't do that. Hey, I just dropped in the chat Damn it! I'm gonna email. I'm gonna text you guys. I'm gonna text you the email from Epstein.
Dude, you're so crazy.
He wants the John Jones Brandon Vera fight.
The murmurs, the exasperation, it's everywhere. Why won't the UFC put its true champions in the octagon? It's not about planning. It's the raw, unforgiving pressure of the title that makes fighters wisely sidestep dangerous matchups. As John Jones's reputation and dominance define the division, other top fighters engage in cutthroat mental battles, afraid to risk an unblemished streak. The harsh truth is that when elite athletes duck each other, the championship scene becomes a joke. Dynamic change is stifled, standings lose, meaning and real consequences hit those brave enough to step into the cage. Tell me, is this a real sport or just a carefully constructed illusion?
No, it's emails. There's like 7 million emails. So it's an email from Jeffrey Epstein to someone else saying he wants to watch the John Jones fight. Too funny.
That's so funny. Amen. But I think that's a great point, honestly.
Yeah. It stinks.
I never thought of it like that. Because here's the deal. Heavyweight is struggling right now, man.
Big time.
Heavyweight is struggling right now. And I love the big boys. But it feels like when you look at the heavyweight division, Lou, throw the rankings in the chat.
I want to talk heavyweight. This division isn't just struggling. I can feel it. The standings are a smokescreen masking a breakdown in title fight pressure. We aren't witnessing the development of tactical minds or the constant ferocity expected from true apex predators. It's stagnant, predictable, and the harsh fallout hits the UFC's biggest stars right where it hurts.
Ow.
This isn't only about those at the very top, it's a systemic failure to create genuinely compelling, high-stakes storylines. If the largest men on earth can't deliver the raw excitement that drives pay-per-view sales, what does that say about the entire hierarchy of combat sports?
Him and his opponent got so fatigued. They looked like they weren't ready to fight. They also looked like they just they didn't look as skilled as we have seen fighters look recently. So what you really need is you need the best guys fighting to kind of...
This is the UFC, not some local event. When you see competitors gasping for breath, as if they've forgotten how to fight, it's more than a poor performance, it's a failure, a lapse in strategic thinking on the biggest stage. You're witnessing the consequences of an unforgiving arena. The fans, the organization, they want to see hungry killers fighters ready to climb the ranks, not sluggish journeymen who make the whole product feel weak. These are no longer mere fights, they are declarations. And when you deliver a performance like that, what are you telling the world about your commitment?
Waldo or Cortez Acosta.
Yeah, him.
Yes. But again, bro, he got beat. He's good. He's good, right? But he's lost fights. It's just not in a great place. Would you say that if you put Waldo Cortez Acosta in there with Cyril Gane or Tom Aspinall, he'd be competitive? Would you?
But you're right. So he lost in August of 25 to Pavlovich, Pavlovich is ranked pretty high.
And Pavlovich got knocked out by Tom Aspinall in the first round. It just feels like there's a clear separation between
elite heavyweights, right? It's a falsehood fed to casual fans. Look at what happened with Cortez Acosta, a skilled fighter. Yes, but Pavlovich exposed that gap, and then Tom Aspinall's title win confirmed it. This isn't just a skill difference. It's a massive gulf in standing, a harsh lesson in consequence. If you're not performing at your absolute peak, you're not just competing. You're enduring relentless strain, tactical challenges, and the unyielding push for a championship. Every training session for these elite athletes is a battle because they know that a single misstep, one solitary lapse, can determine everything.
I think it's competitive.
Yes, it would be competitive because he can move. Yeah. But Luis is the classic fan of fighting because everybody wants to write Cyril Gane off. And I don't know why.
Because he got choked by John too fast. That's why.
Yeah, but still, bro, you forget that he fought tooth and nail with Francis. You literally just sat up here right now and said the three best heavyweights in the world are John, Francis, and Tom.
I do believe that to be the case. Yes.
Cyril fought Francis Ngannou very well. Hey, a mistake cost Cyril Gane beating Francis Ngannou when he tried for the leg lock. So how bad is Cyril Gane really? Because he
Anyone attempting to discount his consistent gains is completely mistaken. This isn't mere speculation. This is UFC reality. He pushed Francis Ngannou to the absolute limit. That leg lock wasn't a sign of weakness. It was sheer title-level intensity, forcing a calculated risk. Write him off after one error against John Jones, and you're ignoring the true caliber of the man who put him in that choke. This isn't just a defeat, it's a statement about the heavyweight hierarchy. Can a single choke really unravel all that?
Francis Ngannou to fight again, because I don't know what he's doing. You got to talk John into it. John's talking about not fighting again. He's got arthritis or something. I agree. I don't know. Maybe we just throw Gable Stevens in there. I've been saying that for a while.
You think but Gable needs time? John even said in a year Gable will be UFC champ. You don't think he needs a little more time than that?
I said throw him in there, so I'm not saying throw him in against number one, but I think he's got another fight coming up pretty quick. Put him in there. I don't know, easy. Hey, give him a couple easy ones, right? Then move him up to someone lower.
Oh, the UFC isn't a playground. It's a merciless arena where illusions and hype mean nothing. Fighters walk in carrying hope, only to face raw aggression, relentless pressure, and unforgiving consequences. Reputation, skill, and mental strength are tested with every strike. Every tactical choice and every lapse could end a career. Titles aren't won by luck. They demand peak performance, unyielding dedication, and the intellect to survive the brutal climb. Casuals see fights, but the octagon reveals who is truly ready, who can endure the pressure, and who has the fighter's spirit to rise above. In this world, only those willing to risk everything can achieve true greatness.